Hello, Gunner James 105. So this is the second part, I guess, of what I was promising regarding recent finds, and the items in front of you here are from he's a seller that's I had known from a ways back and lost track of him, and then caught up with him and where he's located, which turns out to be within less than 10 minutes drive from my house, and so I've been to see him a few times and picked up things every time I go out. Now, what we have here is from the same seller, and there's actually let's see, it might be. I think that's all I got on the table from him, but I've shown you a few other things. This one here now, that would be the projectile, I believe, is certainly a dummy projectile that someone's made for visual effect, and it's got these markings here, and again on the bottom. And if things will focus, I don't like it when they don't focus, because there's a lot of markings, and what I'm looking at here is identifying this. Now it's got a 44. Is that the year? There's a Mark II lot number. Of course, the primer is gone completely, but it's a very nice example of the 40 millimeter Woffers round. I've got a few of the shell casings. None of the shell casings have a projectile on them, so this was kind of nice to be able to have that for display. But maybe fight with that. Maybe it'll never focus ever. So there's that item, and the deal was, I think there was this, and a few other things that we made a deal on the whole works, which sometimes works out quite well that way. And then we had he had this here. Now these are all blanks, and these are unfired blanks. That's the 7.62 by 51 NATO round, and they're all linked in a continuous loop. So the price was right on that. There's a fella that I'd meet up with at gun shows. He sells a lot of the links for the different calibers, and so I've actually linked together quite a bit of live rounds of the 7.62 by 51. Also the 223, or what is it, 5.56. I linked those together, and yeah, so it just, again, makes for a nice display item. So set that off to the side, and then there was a fella selling some field phones. This was on our way to a gun show. Yeah, it was about darn near a 2-hour drive, and so he had these here as well. So there was some field radios he had, field phones I should say, and he had these. We had kind of knew about them, but we didn't really think we were gonna maybe pick them up. But he made a good deal because it was 2 for the price of 1. And what the heck are they? Well, this is all like a rubberized plastic, and this is the Canadian Forces symbol. This is September 75 on here, serial number. What it is for spraying, like pepper spray. So the Provo Corps, the military police, would have this. And so what you're going to do is you're going to, usually they would whip up the concoction of the pepper and water and whatever, and then put that into here, and you're gonna fill it with a funnel. So you're gonna fill that to whatever level, I'm not sure, and then you're going to pressurize it. And again, I don't know if it's a manual pump or just a compressor. So you're going to pressurize it. And once it's pressurized, then through this little nozzle here, you're going to spray that pepper spray for your crowd control. It doesn't spray out in a fine mist. It has more of a jet stream, so it's going to go straight out towards someone's eyes or whatever. So it's not spraying all over and getting in the wind. It's going to be a more direct blast. So these, there was a pair of them. This one here, it doesn't have its little keeper for the top. So that's what that looks like when it's all together proper. And so with the, I don't know, other than the 1975, there's some NATO numbers, etc. on there. So kind of a neat little deal. I'd never seen those anywhere before. And so got those. And then happened to pick this up. Standard type mess kit. Now this particular one is quite nice. This one's from 1951. Broad arrow. So I'm going to say it's a British set. Also because of the fact that it's got RAF, Royal Air Force, I believe, on there. And it's also got it on this one here. So we've got Royal Air Force. And so the looks to be, it's not aluminum as far as I can tell. Maybe it's quite light. I'm going to say it is aluminum. So pick that up. Nice little piece of kit. And these here, now this was just laying in a bunch of, there's a bunch of junk in a box. And I said to the guy, because I recognize this, I said, what do you want for this one here? He said, well, you can have both of them for $5. Well, sure. This one here looks to be the older one, and it has some kind of a marking, but I cannot, even under a magnifying glass, I can't figure out what it says. And this one might be in a walnut, and this one here more of a pine or something, but this one does say Alfred Parker, Birmingham, once you look at that through a magnifying glass. And so this is a chamber cleaner for, well, it could be for your Enfields or for your Bren. And so you're going to take that standard cloth that comes in a big giant roll. It's a roll that's about, what would that be, a 10-inch diameter roll of this cloth. You cut pieces off. So you're going to take that, and there's a slit there you can see, and probably rough edges. Yeah, let's try this side. But this is a nice tool to have because you can use your cleaning rod to clean the barrel, but to get up in that chamber. Anyways, this once it's pushed onto there, you can wrap that like so and get into the chamber and clean it up really good. So kind of a neat thing, and certainly I never had this before. Price was sure right. That's like I say. Now on the way to that show, the very first place we stopped was a city about 20 miles from my home, and my boss's brother had said that they were cleaning out, I think it was Grandpa's garage or shed, and there was a garbage can that felt quite heavy when they picked it up. And so they found that there was actually 5 of these in that garbage can, and then there were there was a clip, there was a box like so with a few rounds. So that's, and I think on the end of the round it might say the year. I don't know if I can read it, because all of these I believe are 1943 or something like that, which is pretty neat. That's all World War II stuff. Yeah, so 1944 on that one. If it would ever focus. You have to trust me when I say. Nope. 1944. And then he had a couple of, and these are older boxes. This would be hunting ammo. It's 150 grains, so this is civilian hunting ammo. He had 2 full boxes of that. And then he had this old box, even older than those still, 8mm Mauser, and this is a hunting round or soft point. So he had that. So all of this together, really good price. Now that's your 50 cartridges, SA ball 303, Mark 7Z, C broad arrow, and all wrapped in what I think has been undisturbed for many years. And so then looking at the box that I have, which I featured in a previous video, this would fit very well. Now this one's been repurposed to 1954, but it still would be the same because of the number, the 300. This would be 50 in each, so that's 150. So that, therefore, this box would hold 6 of these. Now, if we open that up, normally you've got a tin liner with a top that you would peel off. So basically, these things would sit inside like so. So there's 150 rounds in 303 ball, Mark 7 bandolier. Still seems to be bit more room there. You could almost fit one more bandolier. So not sure on the math how that works out, but maybe with that tin piece inside, it is a little. It's not really that thick of metal. So I have that from that my boss's brother, and so pretty cool. Because this stuff I did take a look at. It's all on clips. It's all on charger clips, and so very nice. And then I'd come across at the last gun show. That was back in November, I think. Came across one of these. This here being for the M1 Garand. Funny too, I picked this up at a military store. These, I think, were fillers, they said, for movies and things like that, as a prop to fill the ammo or the pouches. I don't know why they would need something even this elaborate. You could use some rags to fill out your pouches. But anyways, I've seen these floating around, these full rubber things. And so this particular one, of course, is be post-war. But it has, August 69. And it was your caliber 30 ball M2, 8-round clips. This is imported by Century International, but it does come with didn't come with these rounds, just the bandolier by itself, but it comes with the cardboard. So basically 8 rounds. So the cardboard to keep things from rattling. So that quite simply goes like so. And I don't know that they differed that much from World War II, this style of bandolier. They may have had some kind of button affair. I know that I've seen other Canadian or British ones that had a little metal clip on the pocket. So these ones I just showed you don't have that at all. So there was that. I did want to go back to this because, as I mentioned, and I think this is my machete. Yeah, right there. So there's Miko Broad Arrow 1945, which I still can't see it without magnifying glass. So that was that bayonet. And then I did manage to pick up a couple of these. I always thought these were cool. Mess trays. So this here, they're both World War II dated. This one is the rougher condition one. It had a bit of pitting and all that sort of thing. And then it's identified here. There's markings. Now I had, I don't know if you can see that, but here, right there, it does say US, and then there's a circle. And in that circle is, there's almost like a triangle then, with an F and a P and an I. So, not exactly sure what that company is. I suppose I could look that up. These things later on came out in a melamine type mess tray, very similar in shape. But this one is also dated 1943, and it's just down there. Very faint, but it's there. And so the other one, better condition. Now this, between the two of them, this one feels a lot heavier than this one. And it could be just the manufacturer, because they are both. This one here is Carlton Manufacturing Company, and this one is 1945. Nope, 1943 on that one. So also 1943. So that's pretty much, other than this cool little mine indicator, landmine indicator. And that pretty much shows up the little additions video I was going to do for you at the moment. So we'll end it here, and thanks for watching.